Ndio kazi yangu kawaida ya kila siku unajua. Kazi ni mkono kwa keyboard, yani kazi ya mkono sio kunyonga.
This is what we do. Yeah, this is what we do all day, all night. Yeah, that's what's up.
You do what you wanna do.
I do wanna Waddu.
It's a banger for real.
I do wanna Waddu.
Waddu na Waddu. Unifiatu ana.
I do wanna Waddu.
Oyo nasiyo kupeleka watu madhara unalipo.
I do wanna Waddu.
Yeah, this is Waddu Jaja, producer Waddu, and we're in Elevation Studios, maze. When I first heard Abbas was coming to the studio, because I didn't know who Abbas was, my reaction was, let me go and check who Abbas ni ule msemo nimekuwa nikifikiria kwa akili yangu. The difference between this project and the other projects I had worked on is that this time I was working with many people telling me there were many artists surrounding me, and they all had an opinion about something that I was doing. Yeah, that was the difference, because normally I don't take opinions. Yeah, I just do what I do. What I can say is I had to prove that I can work with someone who has been in the game for longer than I have been, who has worked with producers who have reached like higher levels. You know, if you're a producer, you know what producers want to achieve. Yeah, they have achieved what producers want to achieve. Yeah, so working with someone like that, kulikuwa na hiyo that pressure, but I wouldn't really call it pressure. It was just like I just needed to put my best foot forward. I just did what I did, because most of the time like we were not like really like we want to make some, we were not like we want to make a hit song or something like that, and that's not really like my mentality when I'm making a song. Yeah, that's not what I have in my head when I'm making a song, when I'm starting an idea from scratch. So it's another day in the studio actually, but it was special in that we were with the Abbas, we were with the Chihuahua. Yeah. A typical day in Elevation Studios is not a typical day. Yeah, it's not a typical day. A lot of noise coming from the back. I'm normally facing the computer. Yeah, I'm trying to get an idea out of my head. Sometimes I even have to wear them headphones because the people at the back are so loud that I can't even hear the idea. You know, I have to hear the idea. It's in the city. Like this. Kizungu pia iko tu best manzo. The creative environment, the creative space, it's a really nice creative space. The ideas just flow. Like for me, I just come to the studio and I just take the headphones and I just dive in and the ideas just flow. You know, as an artist, that's what you really want. Yeah. As an artist, that's what you want. It's the vibe, you know, the people who are surrounding you in the studio. That song, the idea, it would have only been possible in this studio because I don't think someone else could have had that idea. Because it was Shengo's idea and he said it wasn't his idea. Yeah. One thing's for sure, it was made in this studio. Yeah, that's what we know about it. Yeah, the idea, Shengo said he doesn't know where he got the idea from. Yeah, and the beat, yeah, I get an idea from somewhere. Yeah, but I think it was somebody else's idea also. So, you understand what I'm saying? You know, at first I didn't really know we were doing an album. The first song, yeah, it was the first verse was recorded. Then later that night, we made the second song was Abbas Intelligence. Abbas Intelligence AI. That's the album track. You know, Abbas was in his element during the making of this project, because he will normally come in the studio and alikuwa like, wadu nasibeba kitabu yangu, sunipatie kitabu yako. And you know me, I don't allow people to write on my books. You just come, just get your own book. Sindio, your design. Sasa alikuwa namwambia manzi, andika kwa kitabu, lakini andika kwa hii page ya katikati ndio ukata hii page uende nayo, ndio kitabu yangu hii. Yeah, so but over time, so that same book ilikuja kwa kitabu yenye kuna lyrics zake tu. Sasa yeah, it was really a moment for me. Creating music is not something that me myself as a producer I can say that I thought of something like out of the world that hasn't been done before. Because what I'm doing is I'm just tapping into, it's like I'm in a library and I'm reading books. The books have already been written. Yeah. And maybe what I can do, maybe in that library, maybe I want my book to be in that same library. Out of the ideas, all those books that I read in that same library, I can come up with something from that and write my own book to be placed me on the same shelf. Yeah, that's how I think of it. Yeah, well, you want the truth? Yeah, I had to control myself. I had to act professional. But sometimes I snapped, because you know, having many people in the studio, sometimes it's just hectic for the producer, especially in a setup like this where I'm sitting at the station right there. There will be like 10 people in the studio, and sometimes you don't want 10 people in the studio, because like, why would you want 10 people in the studio unless like you are working with the band? We worked on very many songs. Yeah, I will say like 30 plus songs. Working with Shengo. Niko na idea, naweza kusaidia kupunguza mawazo. Life ni easy lakini ina vikwazo. Working with Shengo, manze. Shengo kwanza, respect to Shengo tu, yani Shengo the baddest, unajua. Yani mimi sina mengi kusema kuhusu Shengo, like just come and see. Just come and experience it for yourself. Actually, Shengo is the one who made it possible. Yeah, because me, I don't know how. Where will I get Abbas from? Where do I know it from? Yeah, Shengo is Abbas's friend, and he brought him to the studio, and he called me to the studio that day. Yeah, well, without Shengo, we wouldn't have this album. Yeah. Actually, without Shengo, could be someone would have made it with using AI.